Hello, everyone, and welcome to Amara's Voice. I'm a teacher and an uplifter, which means I see people as already whole. I see them as vibrant, joyful, magnificent, and powerful. I see the source within them, which leads them to a powerful truth from within. I see them living in alignment with self, having such wonderful beliefs that make them stay in their joyful, natural element. Today, I'm pondering attention. So, attention, we all know this simple thing, but I don't think we fully realize how powerful it truly is. There is physical attention, which you experience through your senses, through what you look at, listen to, touch, and observe in the physical world. But there's also inner attention, what I would call intention, and this happens through thought. And we should understand that inner attention often becomes physical attention eventually. There are things you look at with your eyes, and there are things you look at with your mind's eye. Attention is not only physical or outward. Thought itself is a form of inward attention. Even when you're sitting alone doing nothing physically, you're still attending to something internally. Most people think creation only happens through physical action. Meanwhile, they spend hours mentally attending to fear, rejection, arguments, lack, illness, memories, or imagined futures. And over time, whatever consistently receives your attention begins to feel more real in your experience. Attention is agreement. The longer you hold your attention on something, the more energy you give it. Physical attention uses the senses. Inattention uses thought, imagination, memory, and expectations. Both are forms of concentration. Both physical and inner attention are both forms of concentration. Both generate momentum. Both influence experience. Your mind does not stop paying attention simply because your body is still. Even when you dream, your attention is going somewhere. Thought is inner sight. Imagination is concentrated inner attention. Worry is sustained inner attention. Visualization is directed inner attention. Appreciation is loving attention. Obsession is trapped attention. Meditation is reclaimed attention. Where physical attention goes, experience follows. And where inner attention goes, forms your reality. Your ego focuses the physical attention. So it's important to train your ego to look for and focus on the things you want to see more of. Because the ego, when it receives this information, will send it to the subconscious mind, which will then focus your inner world. Remember, there is never separation. Even though you perceive it as such, but this system is very connected. The ego is perfectly itself. You just have practiced feeding it the wrong information, which eventually forms your beliefs. Your ego helps direct your physical attention. It helps you notice things in your environment. But if you constantly train it to search for problems, rejection, fear, limitation, and lack, eventually that information is impressed upon the subconscious mind and becomes inner expectation. The subconscious mind then begins organizing your inner world around what you have repeatedly concentrated on. Concentrated thoughts create a belief, all connected. There is no real separation between the inner world and the outer world, even though the inner world is what creates the outer world. The system is connected. Your senses feed thought, and thought influences perception. So what are you paying attention to? Beliefs are not random things hidden somewhere in the psyche. They are practiced attention, repeated focus, familiar thoughts, emotionally reinforced over time. Your beliefs did not appear overnight. They were formed through repeated attention, through concentration, through emotional rehearsal, through what you continued to return your mind to again and again. When you think about something long enough, you'll get inspiration to act. Not only that, but attention repeated long enough begins to feel like the truth. Sometimes something happens and you suddenly realize how far behind you actually are. In a single moment, it can feel like all the inner work you've done, all the healing you spoke about, all the growth you proudly showed the world meant absolutely nothing. And in that state, you may feel powerless, confused, disappointed in yourself. You may feel tempted to fall back into old patterns and old ways of thinking. Matter of fact, by the time you become aware of it, you may have already spiraled back into negative thoughts. But this is exactly why attention matters, because in moments like these, your attention can either continue feeding the spiral or slowly begin leading you out of it. First of all, I suggest that in that moment, you accept where you are and love yourself anyway, even if you feel like you're in a very bad place. When you do this, you begin returning power to yourself, because spiraling downward will only attract more of what you do not want into your experience. Where attention goes, energy flows. Then, after you've accepted yourself, ask yourself, what just happened that's making me feel like this? Recognize the situation honestly without judging yourself for it. And once you identify it, quickly ask yourself what you would prefer instead, and why you would prefer that anyway. Then ask yourself something even deeper. Despite all my efforts to change, what beliefs am I still holding on to that are making me feel this way? Remember, sometimes a situation does not create the feeling. Sometimes the situation reveals a belief that was already there. Now, if at this point you still cannot feel good, then I suggest that you completely turn your attention away from the issue for a while. Listen to loud music, read, knit, clean, whistle, sleep, meditate, call a friend, watch a movie. Find something you genuinely enjoy doing and give your attention to that instead. Personally, when I'm feeling low or feeling this way, I cannot read. My mind just won't settle enough for it. So maybe I'll call a friend or watch a movie. But whatever I choose to do, the important thing is that I intentionally direct my attention away from the issue at hand. Because sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is to stop feeding the spiral. Another thing that I have personally found very helpful is that while staying present in the moment, I focus my attention on the version of myself who I truly believe already exists here and now. The version of me who already is what I want to be or already has what I desire. For example, let's say you're sick and you've tried everything but nothing seems to make you feel better. In the awareness that everything is happening now, begin focusing your mind on the version of you who is healthy, vibrant, and alive. See yourself healthy. See yourself enjoying life again, doing the things you love to do. Use your imagination, because somewhere beautiful in your mind. But if you truly want to begin changing your reality, then do not simply imagine this version of yourself as far away or separate from you. Believe that this version of you is here now, present and available. See her, feel her, enjoy her, and return your attention to her often. Do something that you genuinely love to do and allow it to bring you back into the present moment. Stop worrying, because as we know, worrying is also a form of imagination, except it usually summons negative mental images over and over again. I have found that writing is one of the things that truly recenters me whenever I'm not feeling good. It brings my attention back to myself, back to the present, back to clarity, and sometimes that's all you really need in the moment. Not to solve everything immediately, but to gently guide your attention somewhere better. If you've come to a place where you feel like there is no return and you've practiced every negative thought you could possibly think about a situation, Know this, you can always begin again. Do not beat yourself up. Do not tell yourself, well, I've already gone as negative as I can possibly go. Instead, love yourself more. Choose yourself more. Remember, your purpose in coming here was not to endlessly suffer over every situation. Your purpose was to experience life by fully being yourself and allowing yourself to enjoy this experience. Love yourself more than the disease. Love yourself more than the boyfriend who constantly annoys you. Love yourself more than the fearful thoughts you have about your finances. Love yourself more than any situation currently consuming your mind. And then gently place your attention on something that brings you relief, appreciation, peace, joy, or good feeling thoughts, because your attention is powerful and you always have the ability to direct it somewhere new. Say to yourself, I want to feel good and I'm going to do everything within my power to help myself feel better, to take care of this human being. This is love. Don't place the condition, the situation, or the problem above yourself. Give yourself inner peace first. Then when you are feeling calmer, clearer, and more balanced, go back and consciously identify the beliefs you recognized earlier. Give them attention. Do not ignore anything. Some people love to ignore things like, well, this thing will just go away, and just ignore it. That is also not good for you in the long run. Ponder your problems only when you're in the vibration of the solution. Because if you continue pondering them while deeply identified with the problem, you'll usually only create more emotional momentum around the problem itself. Your attention is incredibly powerful, and when all of your focus is concentrated on the issue, you often begin noticing even more experiences, thoughts, and emotions that match it. So, first, return yourself to peace. Then observe consciously. Did you feel fear when you called someone and they didn't answer? Did you send too many messages and now you feel awful and embarrassed about it afterward? Well, find the place within you that is still afraid. Ask yourself honestly, why does this affect me so deeply? What am I believing in this moment? And please, do not simply brush it away like I said. Don't say things like, I feel better now, I guess it meant nothing. If the same situations keep repeating themselves in your experience, then there is still something within you asking for your attention. Take a few deep breaths, slow down, and begin allowing and following your thoughts carefully. Follow the train of thought all the way through, because eventually it will lead you to the belief underneath it all. Pay attention to the thoughts you continuously think about this subject. This takes practice, it takes honesty, it takes deep attention. But this is how you stop feeling like a victim to your experiences and begin taking responsibility for what is happening within your inner world and eventually your outer experience. Above everything else, remember not to beat yourself up for having negative thoughts. It's okay. You are having a very human experience, and that is okay too. One of the worst things we do to ourselves is constantly criticize ourselves for where we are emotionally. I want you to love yourself anyway, in the negative rampage and in the positive one. Love yourself when you feel aligned, and love yourself when you feel lost. Love yourself when you feel powerful, and love yourself when you feel afraid. And begin practicing such kind, loving, and beautiful thoughts about yourself that eventually it feels unnatural for you to speak negatively about yourself at all. Be very deliberate. I know I've talked about these things before, but even as I speak them, I'm confirming them to myself. I learn best from what I teach. For example, if you had an ex-partner who hurt you, cheated on you, or lied to you, constantly talking about that behavior, replaying it and pushing against it can keep you focused on the very thing you do not want. And over time, you may begin attracting similar dynamics, even into new relationships. Not because everyone is the same, but because your attention has become deeply familiar with betrayal, dishonesty, and disappointment. You begin vibrating more toward what is unwanted while giving very little attention to the kind of love, honesty, and connection you actually desire. Eventually, you may find yourself saying things like, people are all the same. All men cheat, all women are like that. But in doing this, you may unknowingly close yourself off from another reality that is also true right now. A reality experienced by millions of other people who are in loving, healthy, and honest relationships. Those realities exist too, and this is why it's important to become conscious of what you're continuously rehearsing in your mind, because attention repeated long enough begins shaping expectation, belief, and experience. If you're sick, constantly pushing against the disease, fearing it, and emotionally fighting it all day may only keep your attention locked onto the very experience you do not want. Instead, try giving more of your attention to what you actually prefer. Is it health that you want? Of course it is. Then begin speaking more about your health. Appreciate the parts of your body that are already functioning well. Talk about your healthy lungs, your healthy heart, your healthy mind. Appreciate the many things your body continues to do for you every single day. I'm saying give more attention to what you prefer instead of emotionally rehearsing only what you fear. And sometimes it doesn't even begin directly with the illness itself. Maybe your attention shifts toward the love and care of your husband or partner who is showing you such care in such a moment. Maybe you see a cute dog outside and it genuinely brings you joy for a moment. Maybe you laugh at something simple. Those moments matter too, because even small moments of relief begin shifting your attention. And your attention is powerful. Meditation is a powerful practice because when done properly, it can help slow down the momentum of thoughts moving toward the things you do not prefer. It gives you space to breathe, space to observe, space to stop unconsciously feeding the spiral, space to shift your attention. Appreciation is another powerful practice too, but I won't go too deeply into that one because I've already spoken about it many times on this podcast. What's important is forming habits around these practices by doing them often and consistently. Just as you train your muscles at the gym, you also have to train your mind toward healthier patterns of attention. And no, it may not feel easy at first, but believe me, it becomes easier and easier the more consistently you practice returning your attention toward what feels better, calmer, and more aligned. Practice speaking kindly about your body, for example. Practice appreciating your health where you can. Reclaim your health mentally and emotionally. Think about the version of you before any disease ever came upon you. The version of you that felt alive, healthy, and free. Reconnect with that version of yourself instead of only rehearsing a moment of illness. Two things I really want to emphasize today. The first is whatever you continuously give your attention to, whether good or bad, you tend to attract more of it into your experience. Think of it like one of those games where everything you touch becomes sticky. You try to pull one hand away, but then the other hand gets stuck too. Then your leg gets stuck and the other. The harder you struggle against it, the more trapped you become until eventually it feels like you're completely covered and can no longer move freely. Attention can sometimes operate in a very similar way. The more emotionally entangled you become with something, the more it can begin occupying your thoughts, your emotion, your expectations, and eventually your reality until it feels like that's all you can see. But the beautiful thing is that this same power can also work in your favor. You can consciously direct your attention towards something you genuinely want, something beautiful, something healing, something expansive, something that brings you relief, joy, peace, love of possibility. And over time, as you continue giving energy, thought, and focus to those things, they too begin growing larger in your experience. Secondly, I want you to always remember that well-being abounds. Believe in that because it is one of the truest things I'll ever say to you. Your well-being is real and it is always flowing toward you. That is why when you are sick, your body naturally tries to move itself back toward balance and healing. And when you are unhappy, you're being treated poorly, there's something within you constantly reaching for relief, peace, and happiness again. So I'm here reminding you that well-being is already yours. It is not something you must earn. It is not something you have to fight for. It is already flowing toward you constantly, but you must begin turning your attention toward it. Change your beliefs so they align more with the well-being that is already available to you. Reduce resistance by becoming more present. Stop resisting your own well-being by constantly pushing against the things you hate, dislike, or despise. If someone hurts you, disappoints you, or treats you badly, let it go as best as you can and begin asking yourself instead, what do I actually want to experience more of? Practice this with friends, practice it with family, practice it with lovers. Become more attentive to your own words. How often are you speaking about what you truly desire instead of constantly pointing out what you do not want? If someone is disrespectful toward you, instead of mentally rehearsing the disrespect over and over again, begin imagining the kind of people you would love to experience in your reality. Imagine being treated with kindness, care, respect, and love. Give more attention to the reality you wish to have. If your child is running around, instead of yelling and focusing only on how they might hurt themselves, try speaking more toward what you actually prefer. You could say, I'd love to see you being a little more careful while running around. Reduce the resistance. Change your thoughts. Change your beliefs. Change your point of focus and begin giving more attention to what is preferred instead of constantly reacting to what is unwanted. And then, when all is said and done, practice these thoughts often. Use your imagination deliberately. Create little inner scenarios that bring you joy. Look around your life right now and find things that are already present that you can appreciate. Talk about them. Tell stories about that. Tell stories that make you feel good, that make you feel empowered, loved, and worthy. Spend more time doing the things you consider hobbies. Go for more walks, exercise, move your body, eat well, drink water, laugh for no reason, sing out loud. Do not live only in the past or constantly in the future. Be here now. See people as the magnificent beings they truly are. Observe them, not to judge them, but as a way of understanding yourself better. Look up more when you're walking. Notice the world around you. And sometimes put the phone down. Train your expectations. Begin expecting good things to happen to you. Not because you've earned them by being perfect, but because you are worthy and deserving of good experiences simply by being here. Treat people the way you would love to be treated. Remember, attention is one of your greatest powers. Memory is attention focused on the past. Imagination is attention moving within belief. So let us begin paying more attention to the things that truly matter. Your breath, your thoughts, your feelings, your intentions, your words, your body, your joy, your peace, your well-being. Pay attention to the beauty still present in your life. Pay attention to what feels nourishing to your spirit. Pay attention to the version of yourself you are becoming instead of only the version you're trying to escape. Pay attention to your inner being. Pay attention to the positive aspects in the now moment. And little by little, as you consciously redirect your attention, you may begin noticing that your reality starts changing too. Because attention is not passive, attention is creative. So choose carefully what you continuously return your mind, heart, and energy to. I am Amara, and I'm pondering for the joy of pondering. I love you all. Focus on feeling good. Bye.